Okay, so picture this, right? 50 days before the election, like right down to the wire, things are tight, nobody knows what's going to happen, and boom, Trump, who, once upon a time compared cryptocurrency to thin air, suddenly launches his own crypto platform.
Right.
Wild, right? This isn't some, alternate reality. This is going down right now. We're diving into all this. Trump's new thing is called World Liberty Financial. Basically, it's like a platform for all things crypto, loans, investments, the whole shebang. But it's the timing that really makes you go, why now? And to help us unpack all of this, we've got our expert on all things tech and politics with us.
Always happy to be here, ready to untangle this crypto web.
So before we really get into the weeds of, blockchain and campaign promises and all that, let's just lay it out there. What exactly is World Liberty Financial?
At its core, it's kind of like Trump decided to build his own bank. But instead of dealing with dollars, regular money, it runs on this new cryptocurrency they've cooked up called WLFI.
WLFI. Coochie.
Right. Think of it like those casino chips. They only really mean something within the walls of that casino.
So you're saying it's like he's created his own little financial ecosystem.
Exactly. And he gets to set the rules.
Which is what's got our source for this deep dive a little, shall we say, fired up.
Yeah, they didn't hold back, did they? Calling it a new Trump scam.
Ouch. Well, they always bring the heat. But okay, playing devil's advocate here for a sec. Is it entirely unfair to be skeptical?
No, I mean, when you look at Trump's, let's call it a colorful history with business ventures, there's a reason folks might raise an eyebrow.
Right, 6 bankruptcies, Trump University.
Exactly. So this platform, with its own, in-house currency and all, it does raise some questions.
Especially with the timing, right? I mean, why launch this thing mere weeks before an election? Unless
it's not just about building a financial platform, unless it's also about maybe influencing voters, tapping into those anxieties about the economy, about America's place in the world.
Because remember that whole thing Trump was saying about needing twice as much electricity as we have to compete with China in the tech race?
Yeah, he's weaving a narrative here, connecting crypto to energy independence, national security. It's fascinating stuff.
It's like he's saying invest in WLFI. And you're not just backing a new cryptocurrency, you're backing America.
And that message, in the right hands at the right time, that's powerful stuff.
It's like he's created his own little world, right, where WLFI is the golden picket.
And he controls the Oompa Loompas.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how much power are we really talking here? I buy some WLFI. What's Trump going to do? Like, adjust the exchange rate so my latte suddenly costs double?
It's not quite like that, no. But our source points out that within this platform he's built, Trump's team could, hypothetically, manipulate the value of WLFI, kind of pull some levers to benefit themselves.
Okay, now that sounds a little shady.
Right. Like, imagine they suddenly release, a very limited number of tokens into circulation.
So suddenly everyone wants what they can't have.
Exactly. Artificial scarcity drives up the price. Or they could offer, exclusive perks to those early investors, the VIPs.
Creating that fear of missing out.
Right. Get in now before it's too late. And people caught up in that frenzy, in that narrative of American energy dominance through crypto, they jump in headfirst.
And potentially get burned.
That's what our source seems to think. But it's important to acknowledge there are two sides to every coin, right?
Literally.
Chuckles, yeah, exactly. So let's entertain the possibility just for a second that Trump is actually onto something here.
That this isn't just another business opportunity.
Right, that this platform, this whole WLFI thing, it could actually work. It could revolutionize finance, tie into energy independence, all of that.
So is there any chance this could actually work out the way Trump's selling it?
Honestly, it's tough to say. Look, the idea of connecting cryptocurrency to energy solutions, it's not new. People have been talking about that for a while. The technology behind all this, blockchain, it can be used to create more transparent, more efficient energy markets.
So that part checks out.
Potentially, yeah. But our source, they don't really get into the nitty-gritty of whether Trump's specific claims about this platform, about its capabilities, whether that holds water.
They're more focused on the bigger picture, right? The historical parallels.
Yeah, exactly. They bring up the 6 bankruptcies, Trump University. It's like they're trying to establish a pattern.
For those of us who maybe slept through that whole chapter of recent history, what's the pattern?
Okay, so according to them, it goes a little something like this. Big promises, tons of hype, people buy in, and then, well, things don't quite go as planned.
And everyone's left wondering what happened.
It's not always malicious, right? Sometimes ideas just don't pan out. But our source, They seem pretty convinced that this is another one of those sell high, get out situations.
Meaning they think this whole thing could crash and burn, leaving a lot of folks holding the bag.
That's one very real possibility. And look, it's not just Trump, right? A lot of these new ventures, especially in the crypto world, it's a gamble.
But you know what's really got me thinking? What if, and I know this sounds crazy, but what if he actually pulls it off? It's almost like, I don't know, it's like a weird alternate reality, right? Where, like, against all odds, this WLFI thing, it takes off, becomes the next Bitcoin.
Trump, the crypto kingmaker.
Exactly. And all those folks who were, raising an eyebrow, comparing it to Trump University and all that.
They'd look a little silly, wouldn't they?
Totally. Suddenly, he's not the guy who had a string of business mishaps. He's the guy with the Midas touch, the one who saw the potential in crypto before anyone else.
The guy who, despite all the noise, despite the doubters, managed to build something huge.
Wouldn't that be something? Especially going into an election.
Oh, absolutely. Because it feeds directly into that whole narrative he's been pushing, right? That America needs to be the leader in technology and innovation.
Because it's not just about the money. It's about, like, restoring America's standing on the world stage, proving the doubters wrong.
Right. And if this WLFI thing actually pans out, even if it's just, partially successful, it lends legitimacy to those claims, like, hey, this guy, he might be onto something.
It makes you wonder, even if, like our source suggests, the reality of this platform is, let's just say, more complicated, does it even matter?
That's the thing about perception, right? It often matters more than the actual reality, especially in this day and age.
It's all about the story people choose to believe in, right? And sometimes a really good story can drown out all the noise.
And the thing is, whether you're on Team Trump or, you think crypto is just a fad, you can't deny that this is a big deal.
Because it shows you how much power a good narrative can have, how it can shape not just how we think about technology, but also how we vote.
It's all connected, and those connections, they're only getting stronger, more tangled.
So we're left with a lot of questions, aren't we? Is this whole World Liberty Financial thing a stroke of genius? Is it a desperate campaign ploy? Or is it something in between?
The truth is, we might never know for sure.
But one thing's for sure, it's got us all talking, and it's got us all thinking, and that's what these deep dives are all about, right?
Absolutely. So, until next time, folks, keep those thinking caps on and remember,
There's always more to the story.